everybody, welcome to the show. Mike on the mic. I'm your host, Mike McCuaig. I'm here with special guest Garrett Skipworth. How you doing, man?
Doing great. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show. Garrett's a junior basketball player for the William Jewell College basketball team. So tell us a little bit, how for this season, you guys have had a lot of success early on, and I know conference kind of hit a little bumps, but I think you guys definitely have a chance to get into the tournament. What are some things that you guys need to do to solidify a spot in that tournament?
Well, like you said, we started off the season really well, and that was important for us because that gave us a little cushion, as conference got here, because we knew the competition was going to get tough, and our conference is one of the best in the nation, so there's really no room for error, and so we did have a little skid there for a little bit, but every team year in and year out always has that little skid, and it's just about how you bounce back from it and deal with adversity. And I think that we have 4 games left, and the 4 teams that we are playing are 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the conference. So they're tough games, but they're all winnable games, and we all know that. And it's just one of those situations where it's like we kind of control our own destiny, and obviously it'd be great for us to win out, and that's the ultimate goal. But we just have to take it one game at a time and not think too far ahead, and just control what we can control.
Yeah, for sure. So you've probably been playing basketball for as long as you can remember. How much does basketball mean to you?
Well, I've been playing basketball basically ever since I could walk. I think I first started playing on a competitive team at 5 years old, and so it's always been a part of my life. My dad was really the one that taught me how to play the game. He was the first one that did so, and so I learned a lot of stuff from him at an early age, and just basketball means so much to me. It's really one of the most important things in my life. I mean, I know a lot of people say that who are athletes, but it really is true, just because I wouldn't be at William Jewell if it wasn't for basketball. I wouldn't have met the friends that I've met throughout my life. I wouldn't have had the experiences that I've had. And basketball is going to be a part of my life forever, because I want to go into sports marketing. I always want to have a job involving sports. So in some way, shape, or form, basketball will always be there for me. So it's like I said, the most important thing in my life, probably, other than my family and friends.
Yeah, right. So how much has Coach Hawley been influenced to you?
Man, he's the best. He's the best of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you can play for a coach that has over 900 wins, that's a blessing right there, right then and there. And I know that there are millions of kids out there that would kill to be in my position to play for a coach like him. And just to see all the people that he's positively impacted over his career, and because the wins are special, but for him, it's more about the experience and leaving a legacy for people to remember.
Yeah, gotcha. So besides basketball, what are some other things that you do at Jewell?
Within this next year, I'm going to try and be on one of the broadcasts for one of the football games, and maybe even this spring coming up for one of the baseball games. Like I said, I'm majoring in sports marketing. I don't know exactly what that entails. Want to do something with sports, but just having as many experiences as possible, and I've never done something like that, so to be able to check that off my list would be a pretty cool experience. I love just hanging out with my friends. I love, Jewell, it kind of forces you to stay on top of your schoolwork and stuff, so that's one of the most important things, and especially for basketball, you got to be eligible. So you got to make sure and stay on top of that at all times, which it's not hard once you get your routine. But yeah, just hanging out with friends and enjoying college.
Yeah. Is there a certain part of the country that you would be interested in doing sports marketing at? Do you plan on going home, or do you want to venture out?
Well, I love Kansas City. I'm originally from Springfield. I really don't think I'm ever going to go back to Springfield. If I'm being completely honest with you, growing up I loved Kansas City, and now that I've been here for 3 years now, I've kind of grown more of an appreciation for it. I don't know exactly what my plan is, to be honest. But I would, if temporarily, I would say that I'm probably going to stay in Kansas City for the near future. But it just depends on what kind of opportunities and whatnot that I have come up. And if I had to choose one place, I would probably say the West Coast, for sure.
Cool.
I love California, so that would be a pretty dream come true.
It's a big market over there,
to say the least. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and hey, you got a year to figure it out.
Oh yeah. It's time flies, man. It's crazy, but I like to keep that in the back of my mind that I still do have one more year to figure it out.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so for the next segment of the show, we're going to do the 10-question game under a minute. That always goes over a minute, though.
All right.
So we're just going to hammer out some of these questions. The first one's favorite hobby?
Definitely going to the lake in the summertime. Love going to the lake.
Favorite food?
Sushi, without a doubt.
Yeah.
If I could eat something for the rest of my life, it would be sushi.
One word that describes you?
Outgoing. My friends, they actually kind of give me static a lot, because I'm the type of person that I'll be able to go up to a stranger who I've never talked to in my entire life and be able to hold a 10-minute conversation with them, just because that's what I like to do, and that's why I'm going into what I'm going into, because I always love meeting new people, always love figuring out new things about people, how they relate to me and whatnot, and so it's just, I would always say outgoing.
There you go.
I'm always down to talk about something.
Nice. Favorite movie genre or TV show?
Man, that's tough. I would have to go just comedy. I mean, one of my favorite shows is probably Entourage on HBO.
Dang, all right.
Maybe not a lot of people have seen or heard of it, because it kind of goes under the radar a little bit, but it's a hilarious show. It's kind of funny because the show is based on Mark Wahlberg and his come up as an actor, and it's just a group of friends that live a lavish life actually in California, in Los Angeles, and so my friend group kind of we base ourselves off Entourage. We like to call ourselves that, so it's kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. Favorite genre of music?
Definitely hip hop. Some of my favorite artists are Drake, J. Cole, dudes along that line. So I do like different varieties, but I will say the one that I can't really handle is country. I just can't go there. I hope that doesn't offend people, but I just don't. I don't know why. I've just never been able to relate to it.
No, I feel you, man. Favorite thing about Jewel?
Just the camaraderie with everyone. I think it's so cool how you can go around and you see the same people every day, but that allows you to just develop closer friendships, closer relationships with everyone. The fact that you can go in and talk to your professor at any given moment and they'll help you out, and they'd actually know you by name and not by a social security number or whatever is pretty cool. And I think that just is in the future is just gonna set us up for more success, because the professors will be more willing to help you if they know you on a personal level, and everyone, if say you have a game that night, everyone on campus is going to know about it, so they're going to tell you good luck or whatever. And I think for the most part, everyone within the sports community tends to support each other, and we want to see all of us be successful. So I would definitely just say the camaraderie of Jewel. It's a small little community, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, right on, man. Favorite professional sport team?
Ooh, I got to admit, the team that I'm probably the most diehard about is actually Duke basketball college.
Okay. Yeah.
And the reason I say that, I know that people might think that I'm a fair weather fan for saying that, But I'm always down to rock my Duke hoodie across campus and whatnot. But I think the reason I love them so much is just because, kind of similar to Coach Holly, Coach K is just such a legendary coach. And other than that, I actually really like the St. Louis Cardinals. I've always been a Cardinals fan, which I don't know if that's acceptable to say in Kansas City before Royals, but I mean, I'll go with it because I've been to Kauffman Stadium 3 or 4 times rocking my Cardinals gear, so I'm pretty proud of it, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I'd probably say either Duke or the Cardinals.
Oh, the Cardinals? Sure. Right on, man, right on. Favorite song?
Man, I guess it's probably, not the most appealing song, but I guess God's Plan by Drake. That's a huge hit right now, and people might say, "Oh, you're just following the norm" or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's a super cool song.
Hey, if you like it, it's all matters.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And then last question, wrap up. Favorite memory at Jewel?
I would probably have to say last season, whenever our team went to Florida. Over Thanksgiving break. It was kind of tough not being able to go home for Thanksgiving, and we have a lot of guys that are from around the Kansas City area, so they hardly ever get to go home, which I feel terrible for them. But yeah, we were able to go to Florida over Thanksgiving. We played, I think, it was only 2 games, right? Yeah, it was just 2 games, and so we played 2 games, and then we were able to stay for an extra couple days. We went to Disney World, and I think that was just a great moment for our team, something I'll never forget. It really brought us close together, and that's one of those things that we'll be able to talk about 20 years from now and look back on and laugh about and joke around about it. So it was an amazing experience.
Well, that'll do it for the show. Thanks, Garrett, for being on the show.
Much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, viewers, for tuning in. I'm Michael on the mic, and this is Michael on the mic, and we will see you next week on Michael on the mic. Thank you.